After being forced into cancellation last year after the launch, the 28th SP Sports Awards is set for new nominations after a new launch today at the Sir John Guy's Indoor Stadium. It was the first time since 1992 that the awards night didn't take place.
2020 was the first time in history that the awards were not organized because of COVID-19 pandemic. But it is pleasant to see the 28th SP Awards will now go ahead to recognize achievements in 2019 and 2020.
John Nilkare, SP Brewery's Corporate Affairs Manager, says it was a tough year for business with the COVID-19 pandemic affecting almost all aspects of business and leisure, forcing the sponsor to pull the plug on last year's awards night.
When we went into lockdown, we were significantly impacted because on top of obviously the virus outbreak, a lot of the trade was restricted. So we couldn't do business in many parts of the country. And if you can't do business, you can't generate revenue, you can't invest. And who would have known to the extent of this virus that capitulated pretty much the whole world. Now as we have more knowledge, more understanding, we can sort of deal with it, and the vaccine's here, but it's really changed our lives in a very dramatic way, and especially...
Acting Executive Director of the PNG Sports Foundation, Micah James, said it was a relief to get assurance that the awards night will happen this year.
I'm glad the organizing committee, which comprises SP Brewery, leading sports agencies, PNG Sports Foundation, and the PNG Olympic Committee, have decided to find a way to stage this event in 2021.
Because the awards night was cancelled last year, the 28th SP Sports Awards will be recognizing excellence in sports from the years 2019 to 2020. This includes the 13 categories for this year's awards, with the biannual Stan Joyce Award a feature of this year's awards night.
But of course, this year's format is basically recognizing the talents from 2019 and some of the sporting body federations that took part in a lesser sort of a competition or platform in 2020. So it's going to be combining both years. We encourage everyone to bring in some nominations. I believe when we launched it last year, this time last year, we did receive some nominations, but we need to re-energize that, refresh people's memories, and get the 2019 entries, as well as those federations that took part in some form of sporting activity in 2020.
This year's awards will be virtual and telecasted on EMTV. The nominations are open until the closing date, which is on the 7th of April 2021.
We're still working behind the scenes, SF, OC, SP, we're all working behind the scenes with MTV to crystallize that so that everyone gets showcased. It's a nice branding activity for all of our support sponsors, so that everyone reaps whatever benefits there is to be reaped.
Fidelis Sukina, Trukai Sports.